Hello everyone, welcome back to Two Poets, where we react to videos and do fun stuff. I'm Corey, and this guy is...
I am Ben.
Yeah, we are Two Poets. Ben, guess what?
What?
We hit 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel.
Yes, we did. Dude, that's freaking awesome.
Insert sound effects here.
Chow, chow.
Yeah, we are
Sweet,
very,
man. That's
very
exciting.
excitable people. Yeah,
Very,
I know,
very
it's pretty
exciting.
awesome. Yeah,
We weren't even trying. No, that's not true. We're trying so hard.
Yeah, I mean, kind of trying. We're doing this for fun, and if it takes off, it takes off.
Heck yeah.
But I mean, so we posted that Beatles video. So if you have not watched that Beatles video, go check it out. There'll be a little something that says go check it out. But yes, go check out our Beatles reaction video. We posted that, and we got like 7,000 views. And I mean, I know that's not crazy, but for us, that's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's good for anybody, honestly. So yeah, I was really happy with that one. That was a lot of fun. That's probably the most fun I've had reviewing anything so far, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's such a beautiful song, beautiful story. And that was just a lot of fun to chat. So like I said, if you haven't watched that, go back and watch our Beatles reaction video, and you're going to love it. But Ben, how have you been, man? It's been a little bit again.
It has been a minute, dude. Life is good. Working. Been working on some writing projects. Been slinging coffee like I do as a barista. And I'm finishing up. We've talked about it a little bit, but I have been working on a book of poems for the immersive art project that Itinerant Immersive is hosting. So that has been a lot of fun. And yeah, there's some other things in the works as far as like my job that I'm helping put together some events, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. But that one I can't say anything about yet. So
oh, fine, whatever. I'll find out like all the other commenters.
No, I'll tell you. I won't say anything yet until we have stuff in stone. So
Gotcha.
It's gonna be a lot of fun though. So yeah, what you been up to? What you working on lately?
Just been just working on the spaceship some more, doing more of the immersive art stuff. I've been doing a lot of painting lately. I've got some new pieces that I painted. Trying to get a set of paintings done to do a little art show. So that's been a lot of fun getting into that. And then I've been doing a lot of taking classes and studying IT classes for doing so like getting into the tech world. So I've been getting my certification in IT basically. So yeah, I'm still just doing just all the things.
That's awesome, man.
But life's been good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
my wife. Yeah. My wife and I put our house on the market, trying to sell our house.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, I have mixed feelings about this. Like,
I know. We do too.
Because your house is like the haven of coziness.
Yeah.
And we have had so many fun parties and game nights and everything over there.
So many.
I will be sad once you sell it to not be able to go over there anymore. But I will be so excited for you when you sell it, because selling a house is like the most exciting thing ever. So, and then you guys get to pick out a new house, and that's
exactly.
So.
And the whole plan is to get a new house with more room, so when we do have our hangouts and stuff, we can actually fit everybody and not be so cramped in there, you know. But and still keep it cozy, but just with a little more, you know, elbow room in there.
Dude, that's going to be so awesome. I'm really excited for you guys. I saw you have a showing coming up. So
yep, open house this Sunday. So
sweet. Very fun.
Fingers crossed. We're hoping it sells fast.
If I wasn't working that day, we would come down and just hang out with you guys in your open house.
Yeah.
But
giving
no,
everybody's cookies.
Heck yeah. I'm wishing you guys all the best on that.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, we have a treat for you all today. One of my favorite artists, and I know Ben likes listener as well. Yes. And I'm actually a big fan of the Cardinal Sessions. This is a Cardinal Sessions video, which Cardinal Sessions is kind of like the KEXP, and you know, a channel just hosts a bunch of artists doing either unplugged or stories or something, and just coming in doing a few songs. But this is You Are a House on Fire by Listener, the band Listener. I think Dan Smith. I think. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go crazy if I get this name wrong.
Yeah, don't get it wrong because people will comment telling us we don't know anything about anything.
I know. I want to make sure before because I started popping the name off. I'm like, wait, does that sound right?
So funny.
Yes, Dan Smith. Ha. Oh yeah, because his name is Dan Smith, and his Twitter handle used to be Dan Smith, like the word dance and myth. So Dan Smith, because his name. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I got it right. Dan Smith.
Very nice.
Is the spoken word voice singer of Listener, and these guys are just amazing. Someone used to call this genre yell music.
Okay.
Or yell poetry.
Yell poetry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited, dude. You actually introduced me to Listener, and everything I've heard from them so far, I'm just like, I'm a fan. So I can't wait to watch this one.
Yeah. And like, I have not heard this specific version. So we're both coming into this version of the song fresh. And for those of you who have just kind of set it up for you, if you've never heard Listener before, he does have a very heavy accent, the Arkansas accent. So, but I think it's great, and it adds to the character of what he does, what they do as musicians and storytellers, and it's really quite great. And it's very fast and loud, and the cadence he has is crazy. So this is going to be really awesome. I'm super excited about this. Ben, should we just hop into it and just listen and go for it?
Let's go for it, man.
All right, everyone. This is Listener with the song "You Were a House on Fire" on the Cardinal Sessions. Here we go.
It'll be another inside. You ready? Well, I'm ready. Yeah, let's do it. Is it bad when I feel my shoulder?
On fire, and I couldn't understand why. Burned me all down to the ground. You said the fire's on the inside. Flames dancing like ghosts behind the windows, pain jumping from the walls. You want to keep this private, I can see that, but you can't ask it of me, we've only just met. I said we need hope now more than ever before, do you believe it? The answer was silence, I'll take it as a no. We all want to be normal anyways. We all want to be somewhere else than where we live, but that's not reality, it's just point of view. Let's not talk about the weather and whether or not there's really rain in the clouds unless you just want enough. I feel the same as you. It's more measuring up than just wasting time, but the time is not on our side, you're burning. Rain would only be a temporary fix, and there's just no place right now for cute ironies like that anymore. You're a house on fire. Tell me. About life, but you're singing different. You sing the words, but you don't know the song. You expect us all to sing along. How selfish. The lengths that we go to put so much distance between us is staggering. You're burning alive with stress and light. Both hands in flames trying to hold the fire inside. Drop and roll, repeat line for emphasis. I'll repeat it and repeat it until you believe it. You're gonna be okay, say it to me. The answer's still silent, I'll take it as a maybe. I can't decide if I should knock down your door or on it. Say the word and I'll take a hatchet to your heart or a pinprick. Come right through the dark, let us spill out the contents. On our knees, sort through the remnants. Proud hates in my hands. I'll let them slip right here through my fingers. And this is for all of us. This is for the times that we only listen long enough to know the other person we're talking to has the same opinions we do. For when we're burning inside. For when we're trying to hide that fact. This is for the scalps we went after. We only the best are asked to add another notch on our belts, put another feather in our headdress. Well, I want to be the bigger man for you, but I can't take all this truth. I'm trying to kick the habit here, but these track marks are 100 proof. Well, burn me all down to the ground, you said. Well, I'll kick through your ashes. Hopefully sober up my head.
so awesome.
That's so fun. I love the guy, like, he's got the drum propped up with his shoe.
Yes. Gosh, I can never just like every time I listen to Listener or watch him, it's just I just always am like smiling, and then I'm just like deep in like listening. It's just I don't know, he just grabs your attention.
Yeah.
You know?
For
And
sure.
the fact that he's like projecting the way he does and so many words and then playing the trumpet, it's like how do you have the breath?
Oh, no kidding.
do all
I didn't
that.
know he played an instrument. I just thought he did.
Yeah, sometimes
spoken
he's
word
playing
part.
guitar, sometimes he's playing bass, sometimes he's doing the trumpet, or sometimes he's just swinging around a microphone and hanging from something and yelling.
That's awesome. I've never watched them. I've only like listened to recordings of them. So it's interesting to see the energy that he brings live like that. And it's true, man. It's like, how does he have breath to like go from screaming out that cadence and then playing the trumpet? It's so fun.
It's
There's some real
ridiculous.
energy there.
Yeah, and I just love it. Like the guitar plays great, drums, like it's the type of spoken word I love that's got that music behind it that just brings. I feel like I'm obviously someone standing on a stage alone, speaking their heart, their poetry is beautiful. But when you can get that mixture of some of that music to help pad that emotion, know, there's just like something even more that your arms and your art is just like fills that. It's like, oh yeah, I get it just a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, everything's kind of got their own thing that go with it, but having that music behind it is just so good.
And it helps too, because there's always, and this is not anything against Listener or anyone. This is like just a spoken word thing in general, especially if you're not used to it. The first line or beginning of any spoken word is always like a little cringe.
Yes.
It's not because it's anything. It just is. Like you have to understand what's happening and what's about to happen. And I remember like being really young and first getting into spoken word, and when they would start, it was always like and then they get into it and you're like, okay, yes, I see where this is going. I can hear the cadence. I can appreciate it. And then you can listen to it and you're like, man, that's so good. I always appreciate it when people add music to spoken word because it helps move the listener into the piece. And it helps transform their ear into what the person is saying. Because if you are not used to spoken word and you see someone like this with a bunch of energy, it's like, oh, what is happening? So I always appreciate the bands that actually utilize music well with spoken word, and I would definitely agree with you. Like they utilize it very, very well. And I love Listener. I love the energy they bring. I love the rawness to his voice. So seeing them perform live like this is like, it's really epic because it's like you get to see the emotion, you get to see the strain, you get to see the passion, and that's what's so good about spoken word, especially like this.
Yeah. So I have seen these guys live, and actually one of my old bands played a couple shows with them like in 2010. So it's been a long time, but they used to have a song where the guitar player would get a bat and he would bang on a washing machine to add like percussive noises.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was hilarious, but
it's amazing.
Yeah. And like you're saying, the opening line, is it going to catch you? Is it going to be cheesy? Is it going to be something? But like, here we go with You Were a House on Fire, and you were a house on fire, and I couldn't understand why. Burn me all down to the ground, you said, the fire is on the inside. That's a pretty good opening line.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of Listener stuff, there's a lot of metaphors in his spoken word.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And so that's something that kind of always catches me a little bit too. And there was a line I really liked, and I'm trying to remember where it was in the song. I can't decide if I should knock down your door or on it. Say the word and I'll take an axe to your heart or a pinprick. It's like, I don't know if I should come in full force or just like softly like, hey, can I come in?
Yeah.
Or should I just get that axe and break it down? Or should I just like, hello, you know, just like the way he just uses his words is just so great. And
absolutely
the passion behind it.
The mixture of emotion with metaphor is really good. And it's the type of thing that no matter how many times you listen to it, you're going to come away with something more. And you're going to listen to it several times. Like,
yeah,
that's what I love, because when you hear somebody and you get everything they're saying at face value the first time, that's cool. I mean, that's good. They get their message and their point across. But like when you go through someone's work and you dissect it and you pull fresh little bits out of it every listen,
yeah,
then it's like, oh man, there are layers to this. There's real depth here. There's more things to actually unpack. And I think that's what's so interesting about them, because his energy alone will catch you.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And it'll captivate you. And then if you go back and you already understand him from a point of energy, and then you listen to him from the point of message and metaphor, there's like a lot more there that you didn't realize was there the first time through. And I think that's something that people can take for granted in art like this. And so it's really exciting to be able to see it live, and then to hear it, and then to go back and like lyrics only read it, and then go back and listen to it again. Like you're going to get fresh stuff out of it every time, and it's going to get more deep and more complex. And I love that.
Absolutely. And that's, the beauty of Listener is like, there's so much to take in on the first listen. Like if you listen to a record or watch videos of Listener online and you hear one of the poems, spoken word, songs, whatever, like there's so much to take in that you're right. You have to kind of dissect it, go back and listen, look up the lyrics, because his songs are packed with words. Like it's just like most every song is just nonstop lines, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you can't get it all on the first listen or the first run through. You have to like go back. Okay, let's really listen. And then it's like, okay, now he says a lot of stuff, but what is the meaning behind it? And some of it's like right on the money, and some of it's like causing you to think in those metaphors. And so even when I first listened to a Listener record all the way through, I was like constantly having it on repeat on drives, just because there's like you said, just so much to go through and dissect. And
for sure, where would you say they fall in their genre? Because they are like, obviously they're spoken word, but it sounds like the way that he writes, it sounds like there could be spiritual undertones in that. But it's also just like raw emotion. It could be like more romantic in some degree. Like where would you say they fall in that respect?
Man, I don't know, because I know some of his stuff, and like they've played like Christian music festivals. They've played every underground scene. They've pretty much every avenue they've played and done. And I know some songs there definitely is some spiritual undertones in a lot of their songs, and some stuff there's not as quite. I don't really know where I would categorize them, to be honest. I don't know.
Okay, so I just had a realization. My laptop is showing me a message, and I was confused because I plugged it in, but I just realized it's not actually plugged in. Let me plug this in like 2 seconds. We'll be right back.
Run, don't let it die.
So sorry.
We're leaving that in the video. Yeah, your light's flickering. Oh my gosh, I think Ben's getting electrocuted.
I just come back, my hair just be all like, oh.
Yeah, totally putting that in.
That's awesome. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right. How was your electrocution?
It's good. I feel alive now. I feel peppy, ready to go.
Sweet.
I had coffee earlier. I had about 6 espresso shots in about 40 minutes, and that was great. So double shot of espresso, 2 cappuccinos. It was awesome. So yeah, that was my shock. And then I just,
Then you just shocked yourself. Yeah.
Good to go.
I'll add that in there.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for bearing with me on that one.
No problem. But yeah, as far as like bands and artists like this, where they mix the spoken word, they mix the music, they mix the showmanship, like I feel like there's not a whole lot that do that, you know, for this type of genre anyways. I mean, there's this type of, in like rap and R&B, there's those artists who you feel like, yeah, you're R&B or yeah, you're rap, but I feel like you're more doing the spoken word thing, you know, but yeah, I don't know. And like you said, especially like these guys, the first line is like, boom, it wakes you up because his voice is just so, I don't know if you've heard of Levi the Poet. Have you heard of Levi the Poet?
Oh, yes. It's been a minute since I've listened to Levi, but
gosh,
yes,
another amazing
very
one.
familiar with Levi.
Every time I would see Levi live, he would just walk out on stage with like a suitcase or some kind of prop, and he would just slam it on the floor as loud as he could, and just like everyone would just get startled, and then he would just like bust right into his first poem, just yelling. And I'm like, all right, he gets the crowd's attention right from the start.
I love that, dude. I love like people who bring this weird element of presence to their art. It's so fun.
Where you're forced to, where their art is like, hey, look at me. And you're kind of forced to like, I'm like drawn to watching you and listening to you.
And it's like, let's just jumpstart it and get all the awkward silence out of the way. And let's just get right into it. Don't give a lengthy 2-minute intro to your poem. Just go right into it. Yeah, that always hits.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out along the way.
Let's just get into it. Let's get through this, you know, and let's get to the purpose of this. And also, let's entertain. Like, I don't want people falling asleep if I'm doing a spoken word thing. So I totally get that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, you don't want to talk 4 minutes and then do a 5-minute spoken. You literally been talking for 10 minutes at that point and only did a poem for 4 minutes of it,
or 2 minutes,
or 2 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I say, don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
Right. Heck yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you want to say about listener or anything else you want to dissect out of this?
Man, I just really appreciate artists who bring energy and they just put it out there. I really appreciate people who are unapologetically themselves. Like, there's nothing frilly about this. They're not trying to be anything that they're not. They're not trying to bring in elements that they don't already have. They just are who they are. And they look like just a bunch of dudes that hang out. And if they were doing this, if they were doing this just for fun on their back porch for their family, they would be doing it, but they're doing it professionally as well. And that's just who they are. And I like that because you just get what you get. And I don't think there's a poet in the world who would not want that. Like, you get what you get. This is me. This is the art. And to be able to stand on a stage or in front of a camera or to record something and bring your true self to that, I mean, that's the goal. Yes. So if you're doing that, you're already doing it well. And I'm sure there are poets and artists out there who put on a facade and they have a character and a voice and all that. And that is 100% valid in its own right too. There's just something really, really pure about a rawness and an emotion that just is who you are on stage and off stage. Like, that speaks volumes. So I
Absolutely. Yeah, so that was Listener with You Were a House on Fire. We're not going to dissect too much of the lyrics because, like we were talking, I think you, listener, here watching this video, not that listener, this listener, need to go back and watch and listen yourself, dissect those lyrics, really close your eyes and just take it in. But this was amazing. Listener is amazing. If you are liking our reaction videos, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Yes. I know we hate asking for it, but thank you all so much for getting us to 100 subscribers. That's a big leap for us. And we absolutely think it's great that 100 of you, like us enough to subscribe. And so hopefully you like this videos we put out. And if you have artists or poets that you think we should react to, leave them in the comments. We'll go check them out for sure. And we are Two Poets. And as always, I'm Ben. Wait, what? I'm Ben?
I'm Corey.
Hold on.
You were thinking ahead, bro.
I was thinking ahead. All right, take 2. All right, as always, I'm Corey.
And I'm Ben.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.